here's a suggestion. Here's what I do that I find that keeps people engaged. One is be clear up front the expectation of the meeting. Hey, everybody's in the meeting. We're not just at the meeting, right? Everybody's here in the meeting. And then I do things to specifically engage them. So one thing I do, and it freaks them out, is I make it a point to learn everybody's name, every kid. So I got like 160 kids new every semester. And I force myself to learn every one of their names. And why is that important? Because now when I'm up there talking, I can call them directly by name. So it does two things, right? And to your point, you don't want to be a hall monitor, but it's also your job, if we're running the meeting and holding the meeting, and our job is to communicate information, to make sure people are present and keep them engaged and make sure they're in the meeting. So a lot of times it's very powerful when you call on somebody by name in the meeting, and that sends a message to everybody else. Hey, I'm watching and I see who's not paying attention, and I have no problem calling on you. Not to embarrass you, but hey, we're all part of this meeting. And then the next step in that, in making sure they're staying engaged, is give them something to do. So when you guys hold these safety meetings, right, I want to communicate information. I need to make sure they get it. This is important stuff, but they're not going to get it if they're not paying attention. So give them something to do. Give them a topic of the month. Do you hold these monthly? Does that sound like monthly, these meetings?
It is monthly, yes.
Yeah. So pick a topic of the month and they're presenting, and make two, maybe three of them present something every month. Now it's on them. They better show up because they're on the spot, and they're going to look like the jackass up there if they're not ready. And that motivates people, one, just to learn the material, two, now they're in front of everybody and their peers, so they don't want to look like an idiot up there. So they're going to make themselves an expert on whatever topic they choose. Okay. And now they want people to pay attention to them. So they're in turn, hopefully, I say hopefully because it's never a guarantee, they will return that favor and pay attention to their peers that are up there talking, because they don't want anybody ignoring them. So now it just gets everybody involved in it. And when you rotate it around the room, now we're starting to build that culture. Everybody's part of this thing. Everybody's part of this topic. And the real home run is you get senior leadership up there, a different senior leader every time being part of the meeting, part of the presentation, right? So they're up there presenting some kind of topic. They might be, the approach would be the keynote speaker. There's a keynote speaker, then there's supporting speakers, right? Somebody leads it off, and it can't be just a safety person every time. It's got to be someone else in the leadership, because they need to see that they're supporting this safety thing. And then it's like, okay, presenting next is Joe from XYZ on this topic. And now Joe better be ready. And now we just spread that wealth, and everybody's involved in that meeting. Now everybody's paying attention because they're next. Okay. And it's not a punitive thing. It's just, let's get people involved.
Right.
And now guess what happens? Joe just presented on a topic. Everybody sees Joe as the expert on that topic. Well, guess who they're going to hit up with questions on that topic? Either you or Joe. So now Joe's in the mix. Now everybody's in the mix on being experts in this larger thing that we call safety.